settling in to our posture, sitting tall and supremely still. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to call divine attention to the self. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. Let's come to standing. So let's start by charging the body up with the earth's energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Raise your arms up, the palms facing in. As I count to 8, visualize earth's energy coming all the way up through the body, right to the fingertips. Hold the breath and the attention at the fingertips for a count of 6. On the exhale, breathe all the way back down from fingertips down to the earth. Imagine whole body being flushed down with that charge, the earth. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the fingertips, the breath and the attention. 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding the charge at the fingertips. 4, 5, 6. All the way back down. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, visualize the earth's energy moving all the way up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all at the fingertips. Bringing the attention there. 6. Exhale all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the arms now. And we'll begin with some exercises. So in these exercises, we breathe vigorously so as to oxygenate the blood, aerate the lungs, and energize the body. Oxygenate the blood and energize the body. So let's go to the left first. Circle the head, shoulders down away from the ears. Exercise the full range of the neck. If it's easier for you to do half circles, then of course keep moving. Move according to your condition. And then switch direction. Good. Now the arms, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Up, down, 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 up, down. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, pull down. Now in front of the chest, pull back on the exhale. Arm swings. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Across the chest. Throw the arms back on the exhale. Alternate across each time. I'm going to take the arms up over the head. Exhale, throw the body down. Last one, just stay down. Just allow the body to stop bouncing around. And slowly roll your way up. Next one, reach the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, come down into squats. You don't have to come down all the way. Just come down to a level that the knees permit you. Move according to your condition. Respect your limitations. And right back up. Bring the elbows out to the side. We're going to twist from side to side. Exhale as you complete the twist on each side. Come back to the center. Next movement again. Squats, but 4 movements. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, straight back up. Exhale, swing down. Let's try it together. Last one. Arms in front of the body now. This is the starting position. We exhale here. Inhale, circle around. Exhale, pull in, but then punch right back out. Next one is almost the same. We circumduct the arms, a circle and a quarter this time. Exhale, pull in, drop the arms down right away. Release. Next one. Left arm lifts up. Inhale, exhale. Bend to the right. Right arm up on the inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Continue. And release. Next one, same idea, but we're incorporating breath retention. Inhale, left arm up, bend to the right, hold the breath. And then coming back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale, go to the left, hold the breath. And then coming back on the exhale. Inhale, reach up, bend to the right, allow the weight to the arm, body to just get deeper into the pose. Exhale, come back up. Right arm up, go to the left. And release. Continue. Lose yourself in the sensations. Watch the body moving. Envision the body in your mind. And imagine all the benefits being transmitted to all beings everywhere. In essence, your practice is like an offering. It's a divine duty to all beings. Do your best to make it the best experience as possible for all. Lose yourself in the sensations. One more on each side. And return. So we're going to come down onto our hands and knees now. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. So interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest. And back down. Up and down. Up, down. Up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Relax, breathe in, breathe out. Let's come back all the way into child's pose. Next exercise, we're going to come up into high cat. Exhale, cobra. Drop the hips between the hands, chest forward, head up. Come back into high cat. All the way back into child's pose. Inhale up. Forward, exhale. Back up, high cat. And back, child's pose. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Up, forward, up, 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 and back, up, forward, up, and back, up, forward, up, and back, up, forward, chest open, up, and back. Last one, up, round your back, forward, chest open, up, and back. Rest for a moment in child's pose, breathe in, breathe out. Next exercise, slide forward on the belly. You can bring your elbows out a little bit if you need to, so that your belly can pass you more easily. Into your cobra, hold it for a moment, and back on the exhale. Other way to enter, come from above into baby plank. Inhale, onto the belly, onto the, press hips into the ground as you bring that head and chest up. Hold it, and back. So whichever way is more accessible for you. Inhale, come forward into cobra, hold it, and back. Visualize yourself in the body of the snake. Move just like the snake you see in your mind. Come up and back. And forward again. Move gracefully, mindfully, and reverently. And back. And forward again. Tap into all the divine qualities of the serpent, the cobra. And back. And again, inhale, come forward. Hold the pose as you hold the breath. All the way back. And again, inhale. Hold. And back. Inhale. Propel yourself forward, come up. And back. Last time. Pull forward, inhale, rise up. And back. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Let's come onto the belly. Flip over right onto your back from there. Inhale, extend the arms and the legs. Exhale, tuck. Bring the thighs to the chest, the chin to the knees. Inhale again, reach up. Stretch, exhale. Pull in tightly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale. And exhale. Extend the legs and the arms again. Inhale, stretch it out. Hold in, hold the breath this time. Push the thighs into the chest. Bring the forehead and the chin to the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale again, extend. Hold the breath and tuck. Press the lower back into the mat. And back. Again, inhale, extend. Come into a very tight tuck. And back. Inhale. And hold. Release. Inhale, stretch. And tuck. Holding the breath. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. And then tuck. Holding the breath. Release. Inhale, extend. And tuck. Exhale. Inhale. And tuck. Exhale. Two more. Reach out. And then tuck. Make yourself as compact as possible. Release the last time. Inhale, extend. Hold as you come into a tuck. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the arms beside the body, lift the legs up, lift the seat, and then roll right up to standing. I'm just going to notice that my phone keeps falling. I'm sorry. So hopefully that's better. Sorry if you missed some of that broadcast. Okay, and then so I'm going to come back. So come to the top of the mat, Surya Namaskara. Sorry, give me a second. So, remembering that better than practice, even better than meditation, is to renounce all the fruits of the practice. Do it as a divine duty to all beings everywhere. Just try to move together to stay in the collective mind. Reach the arms up over the head. Come down, bring the hands down to the ground. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your chest onto your thighs and hands flat on the ground. Right foot comes back into a lunge, lower the knee, lower the seat. Come into high plank. Down, knees, chest, and chin. Again, elbows can come out to the side a little bit, and then forward. Slide the body between the arms, come up into cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Push into the hands, bring the seat up and back. Allow the line in the back to soften. And right foot steps forward to the hands. If you need to, you can lower the knee down. If the foot doesn't come all the way forward between the hands, just assist it with the right hand to bring it further forward. Bring the feet together, again, chest on the thighs. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands back to the heart. And up again. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that seems intuitive, that allows the breath to remain even and steady. Left foot back into a plank. Lower down, turn the fingers out to the sides, elbows come close to the body, and then as you come forward, you can bring the elbows out, wing the elbows out to the side. All the way back into Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Uttanasana. Head down. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. Watch the body moving. Pretend you're the witness. Come forward and down. Watch the body. Watch the mind activity and even the emotions. And come back into high plank. Lower down. Be unaffected by all the experiences. And back. The mind, the witness is always watching calmly, unperturbed, unjudging, unchanging. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. And reach up again. Go down. Keep moving gracefully. Left foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. And glide forward to the cobra. All the way back. Left foot forward to the hands. Uttanasana again. Sit the belly and the thighs, head down. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. And again. Go down. Lose yourself in the sensations. Right foot back. Execute each move with mindfulness, with reverence to the form that you're passing through. Each form is like an experience. Right foot forward, learn something from every experience. Come all the way up. Again, return home. Left side, go down. Left foot leads. Keep on going. Move as though you're doing a dance. As gracefully as possible, with power, but with fluidity. Left foot steps. And the right foot forward. Bow to the legs. Come up. Hands back to the heart. Again. Go down. Right foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. Glide forward into the cobra. All the way back. Left foot forward to the hands. Right foot joins the left foot. Bow down humbly. Come up. Hands back to the heart. Left side. Go down. Left foot back. into plank. Down we go. Forward and up. And back. Reflect reverence, humility in every single move. Come all the way up. Return home. Another variation. Reach the arms up. Go down. Stay here. Plant the hands. Inhale. Look up. Lift the heels. Shift your weight forward to the fingertips. So shoulders over the fingertips. From here, you need to press into your hands. Float up and then jump back, landing about an inch away from the ground. If that's not comfortable for you, you just walk back. Then lie on the belly. Okay, you can either slide forward into cobra just as we were doing, or lift your hips and the knees up off the ground. Upward facing dog. Pull the chest forward, the shoulders back. Make sure you're not jamming up the back of the neck. Make as though you're howling at the moon. And then press into your hands all the way back into downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Just bounce through the chest. Try to get the chest closer to the ground. And some of you might, if your head is low enough below the arms, it might come right down to the ground. So make the shape of a dog doing its slow stretch. And then lift the heels, look to the hands. You can either jump forward. If you don't want to jump, just walk forward. Again, chest on the thighs, head down. All the way up. Arch back if you feel comfortable. Return home. One more like that. Raise the arms up over the head. Come down. Inhale. Come up halfway. Lift the heels. And then really press into your hands. Lift up to the hips. And then bend the elbows. You can make it back. Again, walk back if you'd prefer. Swing forward into upward facing dog. You can stay in cobra or any other modification of. Again, holding it. Charge the legs, bring the thighs and knees off the ground. If you're doing upward facing dog, engage those muscles there. The legs, the core, the lower back. All the way back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale again, soften. Relax the shoulders. Allow the chest to come towards the ground. And lift the heels, bend the knees, jump or walk forward. Land lightly if you're jumping. Again, chest on your thighs. Come all the way up. Return, hands to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out, all fatigue. Let go of all expectations, all attachments to the results. Right, now we're going to do postures. To make the postures the best that they can be, you want to try to embody all the qualities of the form that you're representing. And just try to, once you do that and settle into the pose, you allow the mind to go into quietness, and perhaps the mind will even come into a state of meditation. Let's try tree pose. First, you're standing on your left foot. Press the right knee into the chest. Find balance by bringing your gaze to a point. I like to take a point on the ground. Something that doesn't move is always helpful. You can either just place the foot against the inseam of the leg. If you're having trouble bouncing or the foot doesn't come up that high, you can just move it down as much as you need to. Maybe not against the knee joint. Maybe the foot even stays on the ground. More advanced practitioners or if you're more flexible, you can come into half lotus. Bring your hands to the heart, gaze down, the tip, beyond the tip of the nose. With each inhale, grow taller. Be like a tree, steady, always growing up towards the sun. And then perhaps raising the arms up over the head. If you have good balance, you can even bring your gaze up. Stay tall, whatever happens, remain unconcerned. Keep the mindset always unchanging, unjudging. Be unaffected by your emotions, whatever arises. Bring the hands back to the heart and release. Try it on the other foot, anchor down through that foot. It's like the roots of the tree. Press the toe pads into the ground, raise the left knee up until you can find the balance, and then place the foot. If you're doing half lotus, you would just try to bring your knee up. The heel comes in front of the hip crease, and then you drop the knee down. So you can do that one, you continue to do that one on this side if that's what you did the first time. Otherwise, find your expression of the pose. Whatever happens, just try your best. If you fall down, come right back up again. Exercise strong determination. And bring the hands back to the heart. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, come to the back of the mat. Balancing T or toppling tree. Step forward with the left foot and bring the head down to about the height of the hips. Soften the standing leg, the knee, left leg, and raise your right leg up. Try to have the foot level with the head. If it's a little bit higher, don't worry about it. Try not to open up the right hip. Keep the hips looking down. Extend as much as you can. If you need to take your hands down to the ground or out to the side, do as you see fit. If you want to come into toppling tree, you would then lower the body down so the chest comes towards the thighs. You can bend the standing leg if you like, and try to pull the right foot up a little bit higher, as well as the arms. And you arch the back, bring the head forward, gaze forward. Step back down, gracefully exiting the pose. Come back, breathe in, breathe out. And then try again on the other foot. Just keep imagining yourself moving into the pose, holding the pose effortlessly. And perhaps this will transpire in your practice. So bring your right foot forward and your left foot up. Again, try to have the hips square as possible, facing the ground. Stay here if you like. As I said before, you can take your arms out to the side or even to the ground if you're having trouble. And if you like, toppling tree, come down a little bit lower. Bring your arms higher and the foot higher than the head, if you can. Try to create space, try not to jam up the back of the neck. Step down. Bring the feet back together at the back of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, stepping the left foot forward again. Bring the right knee down. And then position yourself into a deep lunge. Move the right foot back. The seat is nice and low. Copy asana, crescent moon. Raise your arms up. Just rock the shoulders up and down a few times. Try to loosen the shoulders, pull them down, and bring your arms up right beside the head so the arms stay straight. Try not to bend the arms. Think of the shape of a crescent moon and try to make your body come into that same shape that you see. Take the arms back. If you're very flexible, your body might eventually be level with the ground and the fingertips over, the index fingers over the back toe. Separate your hands if you need to. Come back up. Change sides. Press your hands down, just bring your right foot forward, left foot back. Again, sit as far forward and as low as you can to keep balanced. Arms up, Pull the arms up, shoulders come up by the ears. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Keep the arms long though. Nice, long, unbroken line from the toes right to the fingertips. No kinks, no folds in the lower back. No jerky motions to distract the mind. Stay higher if you need to. Again, move according to your condition. And then release. Bring the hands down. And then from here, left foot forward again. Drop the right knee down. Come into sort of a genuflect position. Hip just above the knee. Right arm comes up. Left hand can stay on the seat if you like. The right hand comes to the outside of the knee. So you can stay here, push against the knee as you turn to face to look back over your shoulder. This is very easy for you. You can take the elbow down to the outside of the knee. Bring the right hand and the left hand together. Push the left hand to the right, raise the body up higher so the center chest comes towards the thumbs. Exhale, roll the left shoulder all the way back as much as you can. Try to get the chest to look straight up as well as the face. Pull the left hip back, head forward to lengthen the side body. Take all the wrinkles out of the left side body. Exhale, roll a little bit deeper into the rotation. Other variations, practitioners who are seasoned, go ahead. Perhaps you can lift your right knee up off the ground or throw your left arm over the back. Take a bind for those who know that variation. Push back to the right heel. And then come back out. Right knee comes down. And then switch sides. Right foot forward. Two hands come up vertically and choose the same variation as you did. Lift up through the lower back and then turn towards the right. If this is where you want to stay, you stay there. Or you move deeper. If your hands are by the shoulders, and your body's low, you want to keep pushing the top hand into the bottom hand so the chest can come up and come right behind the thumbs. And then you have more room to spin. Take the right shoulder all the way back as much as you can. Again, if you want to take the left knee up off the ground, you may. And binding for those of you who want to. Go explore your edge. Find the edge of your potential. Keep going there so that one day you can surpass it and define a new level in your practice. Bring the left knee down. And then again, switch sides. Lizard pose. So you're staying in your lunge, the knee off the ground, and just rock back and forth, trying to get the hips to come down lower. Just move the right foot back a little bit more, and then your hips will drop a little bit more. And then we're going to rest in the pose. Right knee on the ground, flatten out the toes. If your shoulder's lower than the knee, you might be able to bring the right forearm down. If that goes well and can take your left forearm down, then go ahead. And then telescope the chest forward on the inhale, extend back to the right toes. Exhale, keep sinking as though there was a weight resting right on top of your seat. Fix the gaze on a point in front. Try not to blink, just like the lizard. If you're very flexible, just rest your chest on the ground. Eventually the knee is higher than the back. Just try to picture a lizard in your mind. And just try to be one with the lizard. Imagine yourself in its body. Getting ready to come back up. If you're on the forearms, come onto the hands. Switch sides. Right foot comes forward. So if your knee start to fall out to the side, move the foot out a little bit. Try to have your knee hugging the shoulder and the knee over the heel. Again, just scooch back and forth a few times and just drop down lower through the seat. And then eventually rest in a pose. Knee down, toes flat on the ground. Come onto forms as you see fit. Maybe even lower on the chest for some of you. Telescope the head forward, extend the toes back on the left foot. Once you tap into the divine qualities of the lizard, you surrender to that form. That's how eventually you find the steadiness in the pose and the comfort and the ability to still the mind. Now we're going to come back onto the hands. From here, drag the back knee in until you can bring it alongside the other foot. Chest on the thighs. Take hold of the knees, take hold of the elbows behind the knees and use the body to push the legs further back. Imagine you're trying to bring your chest lower than the knees. And then those of you can, if you want, you can slide your elbows further down the backs of the legs. If you're very flexible and your seat is directly over the heels, you can bring the forehead to the shins as well. Try not to lose connection of the body with the legs. Tilt the seat up a little bit more so you feel more of a stretch in the backs of the legs. And then break the pose. Let's bring your hands down. From here you can either walk your feet back to plank or press into your hands and then just jump back lightly. Vasisthasana. We're going to move your hips back as though you're doing downward facing dog. I find that's the easiest to get a nice strong supporting arm, and then you can tuck your feet together or right foot can stay in front to the left. Hips are up. Make sure you're not collapsing into your shoulder. Keep the arms strong and the neck long. Open up to the side. If you know other variations, I invite you to explore them. This is a nice form with the arm over the head, or you can take your knee up, rest on your thigh. You can even turn towards the ceiling a little bit. Take hold of the knee, look up. Come back down into your plank position. Strong arms, and then push the seat back so that the shoulders behind the hand. Walk the right hand closer to the left, and then spin towards the long edge of the mat. Again, coming up into your side plank. If this was too hard to sustain, you can drop the right knee down. And then just move into the form that you see in your imagination. Open up to divine grace. Whatever form you're in, offer it up. And then return. If you're on a knee, you can move into table, back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to lower down onto the knees. Sit in thunderbolt for a moment. Back nice and straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Raise your right arm up, Sukha Gomukhasana. Bend at the elbow so the hand comes down the center of the back. Pull the elbow up a little bit higher. Exhale, push it further back behind the head. And then just imagine you pull yourself up from behind. You're pressing the fingertips into the back of the heart to pull you up. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Press the seat heavily into the heels without allowing your body to just slump right back down. Keep upright. If you have the mobility, left arm can come down and snake up the back and join the hands together. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale again, rise up tall. Exhale. heavy through the shoulders and the seat. Notice if the lower back is becoming compressed, chances are that's because you might be slouching and falling into the hips. Keep pulling yourself up. Release. Shake it out. All movements done with mindfulness. You don't go to a place of pain because this is what gets transmitted to others. So make the experience as possible, as pleasant as possible. Left arm up, bend the elbow, and bring your fingertips down the center of the back between the shoulder blades. Stay here or take a bind if you like. Roll head and shoulder forward, tilt the head forward if you like. If you have a strap, you can always use a strap. Now tug the hands down the back a little bit more with each exhale. Inhale, push into the back of the heart and lift up. Release, shake it out. Next, inversions. We're going to place our hands down beside the knees, come forward so you can bring the forehead on the ground. So you don't want the hands beside your head. That's why we bring your hands back so that your arms are 90 degrees. Forearm to the upper arm. Lift your seat, walk forward. You can just either take your feet out to the outsides of the hand and then press the knees, insides of the knees against the elbows, the upper arms, and then perhaps pressing that area between the upper arms, mid-upper arms and mid-lower arms. You might be able to lift your toes up off the ground. If you know headstand or anything else, other variations of headstand, go ahead into it. Eventually you might be able to bring your feet right up towards the seat and your knees are more on the upper arms. Just try to imagine all the weight lifting up away from the body off the head. Once you find that point where your hips are over the shoulders, you feel light. Feel free to keep your feet on the ground if you need to, or do other variations of the pose. A few more breaths. Keep the body still as possible so the mind can quiet. And then bring the feet back down. Gently exit the pose and rest in child's pose, forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Roll your way up, find your way onto your back. Shoulders stand. Arms beside the body, palms down, raise the legs up. From here, lift the hips up off the ground and then float the hips back down. Landing them lightly, no big hard fast landings. Come up again, a little bit higher, and then down. Control the descent by pressing to your arms, engaging the core muscles again. Rise up. If you come up and it's comfortable, stay there. Just bring your hands onto the back, walk your elbows closer in towards another, and eventually you can try to get your feet right over the chin. Press the hips forward. Sometimes the form looks a little bit more like this with your legs bent, not bent, but over the head a little bit more. Or you can tuck your chin, your knees into the body. It's a little bit easier. Go to the place where you find steadiness and comfort and the ability to, again, bring the mind into one pointed focus. On the breath, perhaps. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. Watch the seat of the mind. The see to define perception. Halasana. You would start to bring your feet towards the ground, behind your head. And then you can, if your feet come down all the way, you can bring your hands on the back, behind the back on the floor. You may stay here or drop your thighs against the body, knees beside the ears. Try to get the knees down as close to the ground as possible. Push on the back, keep your hands on the back if your feet don't touch down or if it's more comfortable. Withdraw from all the senses. Making right to exit now. Keep the legs close to the body. Control the descent again so you don't come down fast and hard. And bring the legs down. Keep moving them at an even speed. Once the feet are down on the ground, breathe in. Exhale, move all fatigue, relax. Drop all the tension out of the body. Fish pose. Slide your elbows right beside the body, fingers facing up. Charge the legs by pressing out to the heels, straight legs, and then press into the elbows. Push the chest up off the ground, and the head comes up as well. Tilt the head back, and see if you can rest the top head on the ground. So not too much weight on the head, most of them on the elbows and the seat and the legs. Try to get the chest as high as possible. If you feel comfortable, start breathing very rapidly like a panting dog, but do it through the nose. Keep going with a fast breath. If you like, lift your legs 12 inches off the mat. Break the pose. Bring the feet down. Press into the elbows to take the weight off the head and come out of the pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine you're fainting. Bring the arms over the head. Come to seated position. Move there any which way you like. You can sit right up or you can roll onto your side and come up. So we're just going to do Talasana, not Talasana, but Tarasana. Open up the knees, soles of the feet together. Bring your hands, interlace the fingers, index fingers form a point. Come forward and then just cup your fingers over the toes. Walk your seat back, allow the knees to drop out. And then from here, see if you can bring the forehead down, either resting it in the feet or some of you might be able to get your forehead to the ground behind the heels. If your head doesn't come down all the way, don't worry about it. Just do your best. See, inhale. Just treat lengthen the spine, from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. Exhale, create fullness. Allow the shoulder blades to fall away from one another. Keep your attention on the base of the spine. Keep your upper back, your whole back looking like a tortoise shell. Surrender to the pose, be still as possible. And then coming up. So from here, a few choices. You can just stay in Dandasana. If your wrists are a little compromised, you can stay here. And chest open. And bring the chin to the chest. Stay very straight. You want to do Purvottanasana. You move your hands a little bit further back and then slide your heels in and then lift up, throw your hips up, try to roll the thighs towards one another so your toes can come onto the ground. Chest lifts up, head moves back. Or if it's too much, you want something in between, bring your heels underneath the knees, the backs of the knees, straight line, bench pose. Now again, breathe very fast, like a sniffing dog. Tuck the chin in, keep the arms strong as you come down. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep your knees, now to bring your knees together. The feet are not bent to the fullest, but a comfortable position. Right hand behind the back, right behind the seat. Left arm up, press the forearm against the outer right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back in. Exhale, turn to the right. Try to get your chest open as possible. Try not to slouch forward. And again, neck stays long. Touch these shoulders in line with the long edge of the mat. Twist from the hips. Move the twist all the way up through the spine. Visualize it in your mind. Coming back, go to the other side. Left hand right behind the seat so the back stays straight. Sometimes the tendency is to lean back. This happens if your hand is too far away from the body. So stay nice and tight. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, move rotate towards the left. Push against the knees with your right elbow. Return, lie on the back. Ease your way down. Allow the arms to just go out to the sides, beyond the edges of the mat, palms facing up. And the gesture receiving. The feet fall away from one another, open up the legs a little bit. Then just surrender to complete relaxation. Each exhale, feel more of the tension falling away from the body. Any resistance at all, whether it be in a mental, physical, or emotional sense, release it all to allow yourself to receive more. Imagine the best of the best that the universe has to offer is now being absorbed by the body. Draw it in, send it right to the heart, the residing place of the divine spark of God, that we call it God in the Dharma Yoga tradition. Boundless in its potential, its goodness, and its love. And it resides in all beings. back to this space. Become aware of the breath, fingers, toes, arms, legs, all the rest. Gently feel the body awaken. Reconnect with the physical form. Re-enter. Think of this as a vehicle to exercise your mission to spread love and joy and peace to all. With the utmost mindfulness and reverence and quietness, come back to a seated position. Move in a way that allows you to preserve all the tranquility that we created. We'll close with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming. So next week I have engagement at 7 o'clock, so I'll have to end the class a little bit earlier. So it'll be about a 50-minute class. So I apologize for the inconvenience, but at the same time I appreciate your understanding. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.